Tell me where the freaks at.
Workamai, thanks for the follow, man. Debating how to implement the chat system at the moment. I'm really not sure where I want to go with it. What's up, man? Just get some functionality in, I guess. Meaning. Good night? What do you mean? It's 9:40 in the morning over here. What's that, man? There we go.
Raise yourself and turn your head up.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's is weird for me right now. I mean, it's normal, but it's off for me for what I would consider normal. can't type parentheses right there? It just doesn't do anything. I don't get that. It won't let me type parentheses at all. Or braces or anything. I can type anything but what I need. Space? How can I? No. What the fuck is going on? Period. Okay. I don't know. There. So fucking weird. I have no idea. Just a bug. Okay. This is where we get to have some fun. I'm building a console and a chat at the moment. I feel out of it today. I don't know. Not feeling feeling super motivated. Probably because I'm working on chat. I don't want to work on chat. This will be a raw message still. quicker. Having some weird issues with Rider this morning. It's not completing stuff that it should. Son of a bitch, it was doing so well. Yeah, it's in beta. It's been in beta for years, though. At least a year now, maybe more. Just having weird issues that I wasn't having before. Hey, what's up, Steve's? Yeah, it's going alright. Working on chat. It's kind of boring. Pretty low energy stream today.
Sniffing up drugs all in the nose. Could have died so young, now looks ugly and old. No fun, cause now when she reaches for hugs, people hold their breath. Cause she smells of corrosion and death. Watch the company you keep and the crowd you bring. Cause they came to do drugs and you came to sing. So if you're gonna be the best, I'ma tell you how. Put your hand in the air and take the vow. I know I can, be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. Boys and girls, listen again. This is for grown-looking girls who's only 10. The ones who watch videos and do what they see. As cute as can be, up in the club with fake ID. Careful, before you meet a man with HIV. You can host a TV like Oprah Winfrey. Whatever you decide, be careful, some men be rapists. So act your age, don't pretend to be older than you are. Give yourself time to grow. You're thinking he can give you wealth, but so young boys, you can use a lot of help, you know. You're thinking life's all about smoking weed and ice. You don't want to be my age and can't read and write. Begging different women for a place to sleep at night. Smart boys turn them in and do whatever they wish. If you believe you can achieve, then say it like this. I know I can, be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. Now, go.
What's that? We came to this country, we were kings and queens, never porch monkeys. There was empires in Africa called Kush, Timbuktu, where every race came to get books to learn from black teachers who taught Greeks and Romans, Asian Arabs, and gave them gold. When gold was converted to money, it all changed. Money then became empowerment for Europeans. The Persian military invaded, they heard about the gold, the teachings and everything sacred. Africa was almost robbed naked, slavery was money, so they began making slave ships. Egypt was the place that Alexander the Great went. He wasn't shocked that the mountains were black faces, shot up their nose to impose what basically still goes on today. You see, if the truth is told, the youth can grow. They'll learn to survive until they gain control. Nobody says you have to be gangsters, hoes. Read more, learn more, change the globe. Ghetto children, do your thing. Hold your head up, little man, you're a king. Young princess, when you get your wedding ring, your man is saying, she's my queen. I know I can, be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. Save the music, y'all. Save the music, y'all. Save the music, y'all. Save the music, y'all. Save the music.
ain't the same for gangsters. Times is changing, young niggas is aging, becoming OGs in the game and changing to make way for these new names and faces. But the strangest things can happen from rapping when niggas get wrapped up in image and acting. Niggas get capped up and wrapped in plastic, zipped up bags when it happens. That's it. I've seen them come, I've watched them go, watched them rise, watched them blow. Watch them all blossom and watch them.
My mouse sensitivity is freaking out. My whole computer is freaking out this morning. I can't lock my mouse sensitivity. Ryder's freaking out on me. Not a good dev day.
I just sit back and watch the show. Everywhere that I go ain't the same as before. People I used to know just don't know me no more. But everywhere that I go, I got people I know. You got people they know. So I suggest you lay low. I moved out of the hood for good, you blame me? Niggas aim mainly at niggas they can't be. But niggas can't hit niggas they can't see. I'm out of sight, now I'm out of they dang reach. How would you feel if niggas wanted you killed? You'd probably move to a new house on a new hill and choose a new spot if niggas wanted you shot. I ain't a thug, how much Tupac in you got? I ain't no bitch neither. It's either my life or your life, and I ain't leaving. I like breathing. Cause nigga, we can go round for round, clip for clip, shit, 4 pound for pound. Nigga, if you really wanna take it there, we can. Just remember that you fucking with a family man. I got a lot more to lose than you. Remember that when you wanna come and fill these shoes. Everywhere that I go ain't the same as before. People I used to know just don't know me no more. But everywhere that I go, I got people I know. You got people they know. So I suggest you lay low. Things just ain't the same for gangsters. Cops is anxious to put niggas in handcuffs. They wanna hang us, see us dead or enslave us. Keep us trapped in the same place we're raised in. Then they wonder why we
Hey, what's up,
so
Virat?
outrageous. Run around stretched out and pull out gauges. 'Cause every time you let the animal out cages.
That feel when you've only been streaming for 40 minutes and you already don't like what you're working on. I know, complain, but this sucks, actually.
Nigga, we started this gangster shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get. It's funny how time flies. I'm just having fun, just watching it fly by. Everywhere that I go ain't the same as before. People I used to know just don't know me no more. But everywhere that I go, I got people I know. You got people.
We need new input.
So I suggest you lay low.
Add. What do we got? Move, fire, zoom, run, use, crouch. Yeah. All this chat. Chat. Yeah, that should be fine. Your own WebSocket server for Unity? Are you talking about using Unet? As far as I know, I haven't done it personally, but as far as I know, you just come in here and go use WebSockets. If you're using the high-level API or the network manager at all. The high-level API supports WebSockets. The low-level API doesn't, as far as I know. That's all you should have to do. I don't know beyond that. I don't think you should have to do anything else. But I personally haven't done it. I've only read about it, so grain of salt. Yeah, I don't think there's anything special you have to do. It just works if that's what you're using. I've read some issues about it though, like some weird things pop up I think using it, but I'm not sure. I haven't used it myself, so all I know is what I've read on the forums. How can I test if this is selected? Is focused? Maybe. On and edit. You need event to call when editing has ended. Get. Why? It's not giving me code completion either. Oh, here we go. Just go send. Yeah. See what happens. It's been a long time since I've done these input fields. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. So, oh, fuck, I haven't defined the key yet. Input, no, Unity, input detector.
Something for my godson Elijah and a little girl named Corinne. Some say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sisters on welfare. Tupac kids, if don't nobody else care. And I know they like to beat you down a lot.
Wow, it all fucking worked. That's unusual. First test works. Do some more processing here before we send our message. Input field. Like clear it. Whoa, there's a multi-line. Had no idea. I've implemented a multi-line chat or input before myself. That might be new, actually. Maybe just text. then if the input field was canceled, wasn't canceled, send a message. Yep, it is 10:17 a.m. here. Received a message from client called test. Cool. We need to implement a stack which defines what UI things that we're currently interacting with. And then if we're interacting with something, disable inputs for the most part. So right now, if we open up chat and we start typing like, "Hi, Twitch chat, this is my awesome chat box." I got my characters just jumping around and moving. So we need a robust system to be able to detect if something is open or not without going like, if game console is chatting, if build menu is open, like all that stuff. We need a more robust solution to disable inputs when stuff is active. Oh, it's 10:47 p.m. here. That's exactly 12 hours difference. That's funny. It's 1:18 a.m. What are you doing awake? You gotta go to bed. Okay. We're making good progress. For let's get our scroll wrecked. I'm only checking null here because there's a good chance that this console is going to be running in headless mode with all of the UI stripped out. I don't want to run into any null references if that happens. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen or not, but in case it does, I just don't want to deal with it. God, why am I tired? I don't understand. Like, I slept forever. Only been awake for a few hours. Already feeling it. I didn't sleep that well. Let's get a console message. Need more coffee? I got coffee. This is like a 6-shot espresso fucking blondie. Half gone too. I got all the coffee, man. I think I just, internally, I know that I just don't want to deal with the game console and chat. It's just so boring to work on. Like this is worse than the interest management system we were doing for the last couple of weeks. It's just so boring. All right, we're gonna slouch down here. We're gonna get some bad posture going on. Try and get a little more comfortable. Work on these damn strings. So comfy. So much back pain in the future. All right, we've got our message. What? Not a mono behavior? Oh. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, this will be the mono behavior. Where put this game at the end? Steam? Steam's a possibility. I haven't decided for sure yet. It depends on what happens with Steam and the whole green light change, and I don't know. I'm just waiting. I'll see what happens. It's not a big rush for me. Let's get some utilities going. I'm gonna need them. That mad programmer with the 31-person host, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. We're doing some pretty boring shit over here. Working on our chat. We got the game implemented and working, but nobody can tell who's who. Pretty embarrassing. No names in the game yet. So we got to get some of that worked out. What's up, games we played? Hey, what's up, Mad Programmer? Hope you had a good stream. Just checking out your Deadeye game there. It looks pretty cool. That was kind of awkward when you logged into that official server, though. It's just like a massacre. Let's see. What do we want? I think I could just do position. Games we played. Thanks for the follow, man.
Check it out. Hip hop is all about biz, they tell you, but know that it's all for the kids, or deep down, it's all for the folks you miss. So you think about it next time you're popping the thiz. Don't criticize me for the way that I live. Give a fuck, cause you turned and burnt the bridge. You gave birth to a prince ever since you left me. Alone in the game, on my own, the MC. I'm running them down. It's something like 100 child, 100 thou to flip. If you underground, it gets deeper with reefer roll. Control mics, behave, the speakers blown. I gotta go with no time.
Is that not static? Like, what the fuck? Oh, that's also a class. Dude. Oh my god, I can't pick a clever name for my class because they're all taken by Unity. I could namespace it, but that's fucking weird. I guess I could make this an extension. Fuck, I need a better name. GUI helper. Bug it. Can I use this, Mr. Unity? No? Okay, this is just a bug. Has to be, right? Yeah, that was just a bug. That was a bug in my IDE. I need to restart my IDE. Shit is breaking. Get frisk at the dough when we taking the risk. Shoot a swish, insist that I eat some Peruvian fish, which is my favorite dish. And without no drama, I blow the switch. Boy, I ball up my fists and I build adrenaline. Yeah, utilities. That's still only one letter away from Unity's class. Hit the club, fake love, fuck a dress code. Ignore the groupie hoes, cut the movie roll. That wasn't me, I was probably in the studio. Maybe it's because there's a rider update. As soon as a rider update comes out, they just break all of the old installs so people update it. No? Oh, it's just a direct transform. There's actually already a GUI helpers? Are you fucking serious? There's no way. There's just no way. Is this just still bugging out? It is just still bugging out.
Stank-ass rappers make me sick.
Problem. Man, my mouse sensitivity is freaking out hardcore on me today. I can't lock my DPI. Not really sure what's going on with that either. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Looks like Ryder just broke on me. fucking serious, man? Hey, what's up, Hammers? I'm working on the chat. Oh, you bought the desk. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty badass. You stained and polished it. That's fucking sick. What kind of surface did you get? You get the bamboo? That looks pretty hot. How do you like it so far? You have like a really similar setup to me, actually. 3 monitors, one larger in the middle than the other 2 on the sides. That looks like you have a K70. You made the top yourself. Oh, weird. Well, they had like, I think they had like 6 options. They had like oak, bamboo, I don't know, some poly, like inject mold kind of plastic. I don't know, there were a few different kinds. That looks like the same desk, honestly. The black feet are just massive. It's funny, we have really similar setups, it looks like. It looks like, though. Alright. We're having issues with Ryder that we weren't having yesterday. So that's really unfortunate. See if it still has an issue after invalidating the cache and reopening. I don't even know what that does, so. Yeah, Hammers for now. I don't have anything clever, so yeah, it's just gonna be HUD. HUD that is optional and it only appears when there's chat going on, kind of thing. So I'm gonna do my best to hide it, unless something clever shows up, and I can use that. But I don't have anything that would be good enough, I don't think. Why can't it complete that? Why can't you complete that? Oh, I can't even do that here. I need to restart my machine, I think. Sensitivity is really freaking getting to me.
It's the music that we choose. 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 The music that we choose. The world is spinning too fast. I'm fine that Nike shoes to keep myself tethered to the days I tried to lose. My mama said, slow down, you must make your own shoes. Stop dancing to the music. I've got gorillas in a happy mood. Keep my groove on.
Yeah, Hammers, I agree. The downside about it is VR support's going to be really difficult. As soon as I start adding a single HUD element, VR is pretty much out the window, which is something I wanted to keep on the table, just because it's like my job, and I like VR a lot, and the experience of VR is unlike anything else. I would really like to support it, but things like the chat are going to be insane. HUD elements in VR feel so bad. So bad. So I'll have to come up with something special for VR, I think. Let's test this. I have it set up right. I shouldn't have to scroll anything. Object not set to an instance of an object. I don't have it set up right because I didn't fill out the console message. Could probably just construct this in code, honestly. It's so simple. But we're done already. Oh. Yeah, I agree, Hammers. There'll be... I'm kind of copying League of Legends chat right now. The background here should be gone. So every time I hit enter, it's sending a fucking message. Initialize. No? Not what I want. God, I'm like not thinking properly. What's up, Zaka021? Yeah, Cascada, that's what I was going to do in the first... So, the trick is, where do you show the local user typing? So, this is my big challenge that I was trying to overcome with having no HUD. It's the, like, press enter to chat area. So, if you imagine there's nothing in the bottom left-hand corner right now, and I hit enter and start typing, where should that text show up for the local player while they're typing? No, I don't know how to use Python on Unity. Sorry, man. It's like, it seemed... So imagine if the camera was like... I guess you would see the chat bubble no matter where the camera is, I guess. Besides maybe like right here, but that's kind of awkward. I don't know. If we come up with something, we might swap it. It'll be super easy to change, but I would rather get it implemented now. Yeah, that would be cool. Or like chatting on a phone or something like that, like something out of Grand Theft Auto or something, I'm not sure. No. You can't use JavaScript in Unity. I'm using C#. You got C# or you got Unity script. That's all you got. They ditched Boo already, I believe. One of those two. So that's not valid. Yeah, I would like Dead Space UI. That's kind of like how the build menu is. Oh, that's cool. So like we have a world space UI for the construction system, and you can still move around with it open and stuff. It's pretty free. I mean, it works fine. The problem with it is things like this when you are up against the wall and you try and open it, like that's not readable. So I need to scale it based on the distance and things like that. But I don't know. Is it really better? Is the question. Like, am I avoiding a HUD for a good reason, or am I just adding unnecessary constraints to myself that make everything harder? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Mess with streamers. Yeah, yeah. I want to do that for sure. I'm gonna have Twitch integration. Oh, all that fun stuff. We're several years from release, so we've got time. Chat. Is there like a submit? On submit. Seems so weird. Like, there's stuff missing from this. And edit. On value change and on end edit. But the on end edit fires before inputs are calculated. Son of a bitch. Why is that? We're gonna handle it ourselves. So if it's focused. Send. Let's just move this code down here, I guess. We fucking need this. Unity's trying to help too much. Don't take you long to come up with the chat formula. I guess text chat's still easy, but still. Does the server archive it, and does it load that archive on Connect? No. There's no archiving at all. HUD will always be better for non-VR, so I think you need 2 implementations. Yeah, Scott, I agree. I'm gonna do everything I can to make UI in world space. Like for ammo and stuff, I'm gonna probably have it somehow tied to world space in the gun. Like you hit a button and it pulls out your clip and you can check your ammo that way, with some UI that pops up, but in world space. That's something I wanted for a while. So I'm going to do everything that I possibly can, as long as it makes sense gameplay wise and it doesn't negatively impact the game, to bring stuff out of HUD space and into world space, if possible. So that means, like, your map in the game is probably going to be a real item. Like, the map will be a real item that you have to build and place on a wall or on a table. You're not going to be able to just hit a button and pull up some HUD map. The game is going to be a lot more grounded than that. It's, by no means is it a simulation or anything. It's still, if it negatively impacts the game, I won't do it. But I want to bring as much of the UI out of HUD space as possible. Just kind of a personal preference thing, I guess. Oh, Kid Darkness 22. Yeah, I'm self-taught. You're only able to see the chat messages if you're on the server at the time. Yeah, right now at least. I haven't planned like that. That's further than I've even thought about. Honestly, I haven't even thought about that once until you mentioned it. So we would probably need something to store. I don't know, like guild, like clan chats or something like that. We would need to store those. Maybe store whispers that you receive while you're offline. Probably be good. But beyond that, like, I don't know. I don't really have many plans for storing chat. Hey, thanks for the follow, Kid Darkness. Wow, Unity, stop helping. You can't disable? Unreal. Okay, event system, not event schema, event system. Current. Pretty sure there's like, yeah, current selected game object. Is that our input field? I don't know. Unity is trying to help me way too much right now, though. It's from Mario 64. It's not the death sound, though. That's the sound that Bowser makes when you try to open a locked door and you don't have the key. It'll pop open the chat menu. The death sound is like the ho, 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 ho. I mean, it's close, but... Stop helping me, Unity. There we go, okay. I can deal with that. C#. C#, C++. Depends. You want to go Unity, go C#. You want to go Unreal, go C++. That's pretty much it. It seems so gross to have to check that like that. They have input field is focused, but when you hit enter, Unity tries to do the submission itself. So it's no longer focused. How stupid is that? Not really, Kid Darkness. Just pick a C language and run with it. You can't go wrong. Everything that you learn will be applicable to the other languages as well. Virtually. Oh, Clonze. It's just... So Unity has an internal thing on UI, is focused, but input fields, they manage their own validation. So Unity has a notion of an input and a submit button. So when you hit enter, even if you don't do anything in your code, the input field will clear and try to send. But I want to handle it myself, and you can't disable Unity's built-in submission. So it was basically doing a double submit. Awesome, Kid, yeah. This is a bit of an abnormal stream time for me. I generally stream later in the night, but my sleep schedule is kind of back to normal at this point, so... But yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for the follow. So, I just have to not use isFocus and use the event system current selected game object. It's not that big of a deal, it just seems nasty. I would just have to roll my own input field, basically, to fix that. Yeah, you're just talking about recreating input fields from scratch, which I don't really want to do. Okay. Maybe Clonze. I think if I went up to the event system up here, and maybe if I disabled the submit and cancel buttons, I'm not sure if that'll throw an error, honestly. Yeah, no, that's not happy about that. Not at all. Yeah, if I could do it, it would be a hassle, that's for sure. I mean, in code, like, if there's any way to have the ID select implemented and stopping it inside that method. Well, you're still talking about rolling your own input field, no? If I'm talking about implementing ID select, then I would need to be in the input field class or extending from it. I'm not really looking to implement my own input field. Not at this point in time, at least. There's just no point. Especially when it's just a single line change like that. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not that bad. Not so bad that I would want to roll my own UI input. Oh, I got a wedgie. Oh, Hammer's Edge, Pog Champ. God damn it, I'm gonna sneeze. And it's right there. Like, I feel it. Ooh, there it is. Oh yeah, that one lingered forever. Tickling my nose. Okay, so we have a chat, but it doesn't deselect? Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, it's like scaling the chat. That's awkward. Sphinxy. My cat's freaking out on me. Sneezing satisfaction, yeah. It's pretty good. Okay, so we've got some shit to fix. Shut up, Binksy. Okay. Okay. Not scaling anymore. Oh, let's get rid of that fucking background. Okay. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's very artsy. It used to be very programming centric, like with the immediate GUI stuff. I actually really liked it. Being a programmer, I liked the old UI. I think that's a pretty unusual thing to say, but the performance of it was terrible. But the actual use of the old UI, I actually enjoyed it. You could construct your UI logically in code, which jived well with the way that I thought about UI. And this is very visually based, which is not the best. I mean, it's just my opinion. But I actually really enjoyed the old UI system. Just didn't perform at all. Okay. Not bad, not bad. We need formatting, we need names, we need proper coloring, we need timestamps, we need better wrapping. And then scrolling. Some way to scroll through the messages without your mouse. And then we can start implementing console frames like rename and respawn. That's how I'm going to do those two features just quickly today. And then we can move on to construction system optimization, I think. That's fucking needed really badly with Hammer's Edge over there destroying the server every time. We need to do construction system optimizations and loading optimizations today, hopefully. I want to try and get a loading bar in pretty soon so that I can easily debug what's taking a long time to load. Oh yeah, for sure, Hammers. No, I need the visual aspect of this entire thing is completely fucked at the moment. That won't be white at all. It's all going to be extremely subtle. To the point where if you're not looking at the screen and there's chat on the screen, I want it to kind of not even be noticeable. Unless you actively engage your chat. Like you hit enter and you are a participant in the chat. That's the only time that I want it to be very prominent. Other than that, it's going to be maybe even less than 50% transparent, like 20 or 30. Just an afterthought. And then if there's no chat going on, it'll be completely invisible, 100% gone off the screen. That's the only way that I would be happy with having a HUD element like this, is if it's just pretty much non-existent unless you call it up.
All the homies that I ain't talked to in a while, I'ma send this one out for y'all. Know what I mean? Cause I ain't mad at you. Heard y'all tearing up shit out there, kicking up dust, giving a motherfuck. Yeah, niggas. Cause I ain't mad at you. Now we was once two niggas of the same kind. Quick to holler at a hoochie with the same line. You was just a little smaller, but you still roll.
So if we went like their name, something like that, and maybe a timestamp. 1, 11, 2 a.m. Something like that. Timestamp, name, message. Oh, I didn't see it. What is the... What was it? I don't see it, Amherst. Oh, I'm assuming for voice chat you're going to find a solution? No, I've already done it myself. Use the Opus codec. I did it for my work. I know exactly what I have to do. Okay. I'm just using the Opus codec hammers. There's a Opus is a C++ native plugin, and then there's a p-invoke generated wrapper around Opus that I use for work, and it was really good. It allows you to scale quality from like 3G mobile to fully fledged like HD quality. My project is not open source, but there are open source elements to it. The construction system and the interest management system are both available for free on my GitLab account if you want them. But the entire project itself is not open source. Not sure. Isn't WebRTC like the like Google Hangouts? I'm not sure how I would do that in Unity exactly. Oh yeah, Hammers, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I have plans for using reverb zones, and Steam Audio would just be that much cooler. There's something about being in a game. Battlefield 3 was the first game that I remember where this effect was super prominent. But the, what is it? Super popular Rush map. Oh, fuck, I forget what it's called. It's the one that is in the subway. I don't know, but when you have your weapon and you're firing outside, it dissipates the sound. Like, it's not so echoey, but when you take your gun inside and you start firing, the echoes sound so amazing. And as soon as I shot the gun in Battlefield 3 in that level, I was like, whoa! That's cool. I want to do that in my game for sure. Metro. Yep, Metro. That was the level. That is correct. Thank you, ATR Blizzard. Metro is the level that I'm thinking of, yeah. I'm using Opus codec, Virat. It's the successor to my name recalling. Oh, SpeakX. I think it's the successor to SpeakX, which is what was Dandy McGee. Thanks for the follow. It's the new codec that TeamSpeak uses, and Ventrilo and all of the big VoIP services use Opus, as far as I know. Yeah, Hammers. I love Battlefield. Just does a lot of stuff right. Honestly, in a shooter, they're the ones to beat, in my opinion, in the field. Unless you're just talking about like an arena shooter, which is pretty much what Call of Duty has turned into. It's just basically modern Quake. At least Battlefield has some uniqueness to it. I'm no Battlefield fanboy. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. The occlusion culling is actually trying to cull the zombies out there. That's weird. How is that happening? Those aren't static. What the fuck? Those aren't even baked in the occlusion coil. I'm not sure what it's doing. It's getting the boxes there too. That's super weird. I don't know what that is. T-net, that's... I don't know. T-net is old, and I'm not sure how well it's supported. It's made by Aaron Mook, the guy that created NGUI. He's a great programmer, don't get me wrong, but a one-guy networking solution just screams, like, fuck me in the ass, please. I wouldn't want to base my entire network on a single-man implementation of a socket server. Accidental dynamic occlusion culling, that's pretty much what I'm seeing too, yeah. I'm totally just not even working on the chat now. I'm just shooting zombies. Fucking, please don't make me work on the chat, hammers. Please. Oh, God. Reminds me of F-Home. Yeah, F-Home, exactly. With Bolt and what was the other one? Oh no, it was still Bolt. It just got bought by Photon, I think. That's right. Yeah. F-Home. I think you get people that right when they go from like intermediate to advanced kind of thing, they like rolling a lot of their own stuff, and I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. That's just my opinion. I think that that's a silly thing to do, to base the entire back end of your network on an unproven technology, right? It's not only unproven, but potentially unsupported, right? Like, when you've got a team like Unity, which is thousands strong, constantly pumping out updates for their network platform, which you know that they have to support because it's theirs, I don't see how you could compete as a single guy. It's not possible. It isn't. You can't compete. It'd just be like rolling your own game engine at this point. What is the point of rolling your own game engine? You'll never compete. It sounds pessimistic, but it's realistic. These are millions of man hours gone into this. You wouldn't be able to replicate it in a lifetime of work with a single person. It's just not realistic. Unsustainable at best. Yeah, I agree completely. It might have some cool features out of the... Oh, here's another one. Forge networking, I think, is a great example of what happens when you get people that know... They know a thing or two about programming. They know a thing or two about Unity. They know a thing or two about networking. But you combine that all together, and you get something like Forge. And if you don't know what Forge is, feel free to go look it up. It's a catastrophe, I would say, at best. Work on the chat, you twat! Alright, you win. I'm sorry. Sorry, boss. It was compiling, I swear. All right, let's get names in, I guess. Names and timestamps. Oh man, I have an aversion to work on this. I can feel it. Just sometimes that happens with programming. Just, please don't make me do this. Fucking chat. Forge networking. Yeah, Forge networking. Yeah. Yeah, Recon. I think I've used them all too. I've used Forge, I've used T-net, I've used Unet, I've used Photon, I've used SmartFox Server. What else we got? I've used raw sockets, obviously, TCP client. Lidgrin. Have used Lidgrin. Briefly used Lidgrin. Moved away from it quickly. I think that's it. Oh, no, I built, or I didn't build it. I used a Node.js socket server as well for a small project my friend and I were working on, but I wasn't programming the Node server for that. I was just interacting with Socket.io. I've used most iterations, most styles of networking for Unity, I would say, and you pretty much just got Photon and Unet, I would say, are your two best options. You like Bolt? I don't like Bolt, really. I didn't like Bolt, at least, when I used it. I used Bolt before they were bought by Photon, back when it was still super buggy, and I don't know, I feel like it held my hand too much. I like the freedom of doing things myself, and Bolt has a lot of on-rails stuff. Although the compression in Bolt was pretty cool. I did like how he implemented compression, fhome. I would like to see some more compression options added to the byte readers and writers in Unet, similar to Lidgrin or Bolt, like writing compressed floats and compressed vector 3s built into the network writers, and choosing compression levels and things like that, how much you're willing to sacrifice in accuracy for compression. Implementing quaternion compression. Like, they leave that all up to us still at this point, which is fine. But it's 10 times better now that Photon owns it. I believe it. Photon is super solid. I've used both the cloud server for Photon and the standalone host yourself server, and Photon is fucking excellent. The downside about Photon is it's peer-to-peer. That's the only thing that I know that I don't like. I really like the network server architecture of Unet. You don't know anything about other connected clients on your client, which is how it should be, in my opinion. Oh, I also use RackNet. I think that's what it is. Yeah, RackNet. The old Unity networking before they rolled out Unet. That was all right too, but again, peer-to-peer and very insecure. Even if you roll it in a network or a client-server architecture, the underlying implementation of RackNet is still peer-to-peer, where you have the ability to send messages and receive messages to other connected clients, and that's wrong in my opinion. It's too open to modification. How much did Unet improve since 5.1? 5.6 is a full network transport rewrite, ATR Blizzard. Oh yeah, I've used Ulink too. I forgot about Ulink. Yeah, they're dead. Ulink's dead. It was okay. I think Unet was pretty good, personally. It was like an improved version of RackNet, I thought. It just had no support. Virtually no support. No, that's fine. Yeah, Unet's really solid. It's an amazing networking library, honestly. If you just stay away from the high-level API in some places, the low-level API implementation is fucking mint. I don't think that it could be improved on too much, honestly. Now that it's fully multi-threaded and everything, it's beautiful. Rust uses RackNet. I'm like 99% sure they just use RackNet, which is the old Unity networking. It's a great system though. Unless they've changed since I last looked. But they use RackNet, not their own. I'm just sitting here spinning in my chair again. Fucking hammers. Make me work on the chat. They have their own now? So they don't use RackNet anymore? When did that happen? Yeah, it uses RackNet. They don't have their own. Just use RackNet. Unless it's changed since this blog post. But that would be retarded if they rolled their own, in my opinion. That's just silly. There's too many solutions out there. Oh, well then it's not their own. That'd be like me saying that I have my own game engine. I'm just using Unity. But I'm building a game on top of it. Hi. Meow. Meow. I gotta feed my cat. I'll be right back, 1 sec. You know the netcoder. What, one guy? They don't have more than one guy? Oh, fuck me. Let's do this. We need to get timestamp and name. Timestamp and name. Date, time, timestamp. And who sent this? This might not be on... Yeah, the person that sends the message might not be in proximity, so I need to actually send the information about the person. So let's just send a name. Send a name. Take a deep breath. Slow down. Timestamp. Equals timestamp. Oh my god, I can't type. Jesus Christ, send name. Right. Times. I need this as like long ticks. Yeah. We don't need this. Actually, we do. This will be from server to client. New date time. Reader. Sent to server. Let's just do a screen message. That's fine. Read screen message. Okay. So if this happens on the server, let's do this. So we do validation. On start server. On start. Oh, just noticed you're on 2017.1. Quite refreshing to see that. Oh, yeah. I'm on Beta 6, the one that just came out yesterday. Yeah, it's authoritative. Fully authoritative. Physics server, server-based physics. Like mass networking, I guess you could say. It's MMO class networking. It's just rolled into a shooter. I wouldn't call it an MMO, but the number of objects that will be managed are greater than or equal to MMO class games. But yeah, it's running on dedicated machines, not peer-to-peer at all. Fully authoritative. Registering it. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to check the game out currently, it's available to download and play as we speak. You'll connect to an Amazon box and you'll get to see everything that you see in the scene pretty much. It's playable and fully working. There's some bugs. We've ironed out most of the big showstoppers already. So I'm kind of implementing some quality of life stuff so that you can chat in game and you can see who's who, have a name over their head, and like if a bug happens, be able to respawn yourself and things like that. So it's very bare bones right now, like very little UI. Just the construction system, killing, shooting, reloading, swapping items, picking stuff up, that kind of stuff. That's all it's there. Beyond that, there's not a lot of like gamey kind of stuff. Like there's not an objective or like much interaction at all with other people. It's just more of a tech demo at this point, showing the netcode working and managing. There are 5,000 zombies that are network enabled in the scene, along with 256 possible connections that come in. And it works pretty well. We've got some shit to work on still, but it's pretty good so far. don't have a disconnect event. Jeez. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's act like we validated the message already, and it's a valid message. So we go, what? Connection. We go, network server, have send? It does, cool. Yeah. So depending, this needs to change depending on our context. Let's just do send to all for now. Simple. Survival message types. New console message. Get our message. We need sender. Message. Connection. I don't usually have this here. Here. Sorry, I don't have time, so I'm ready. Can you get back to work for our upcoming release? Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, no worries. Recon. I wish you the absolute best in your work endeavors. Yeah, I know what you mean, though. It's funny, the more that you make games, the fewer you actually play. It's pretty standard, I think. Good. We have name accessible here. I thought this is where I stored it. Shit. Load. Name. Oh, I don't actually store it. Okay. Let's do... Let's make a data object for storing.
Between the music and me.
What would it be like?
is what the
Runtime
world
player
doesn't
data.
see. There's a freak in me,
We have.
and that's who
We've got a player
I wanna
config.
be.
That's like serialized player data that you can tweak offline. Yeah, let's make like a player data struct. That's fine. Player data. Oh, I am serializing it. What? Entity data. Oh, fuck. I forgot. I implemented... Yeah, okay. Entity... Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot when I added the database layer. I lifted that out of player. That makes sense. We don't need this. That's already syncing. Smooth the move. So we go player data. In hell. Player.
Between the music and me is what the world doesn't
Player
see.
data? Yeah.
There's a freak in me, and that's who I wanna be. Go fast. Go hard. 'Cause ecstasy knows
Entity
this is hard style. And you know how it goes.
entity or entity data?
There's a freak in me, that's who I want.
Name. And then daytime. Gross. I need to separate out the manager and the data from this still. I don't like coupling the UI with the actual state like this, but it's easy to develop. Looks like it worked. I'm able to look at players. Can't find it. Array object. Oh. Oh, it doesn't work on Bliss. Oh, fuck. I just want to know what exactly. Come on. For smoothing out latency on a player? Kind of. Since reworking the interest management system, it's not as smooth as it was before. But yeah. So we've got a history timeline. Oh, it's implemented in here. So this timeline implements a channel. You don't really need to worry about that. So every time we get an event, we add the event to the channel with the time that it was, the event that it is, and how long we were idle for. That gets pushed back into here, our events in the channel. So every time we add an event, it gets added to the event, right? With the current time that it happened and our idle time between the last event. And then this, I mean, it's very, I don't know, it's not like super readable code, I would say, but you take the target time that you're looking to smooth the player to. So if you say you want to have a player always lagged by about 1 second to try and smooth out the latency, that would be your target time that you're shooting for. It's current time minus 1,000 milliseconds. And then it'll loop through your history states, comparing your target time to the times that the states were saved. And then depending on where that target time falls, it lerps between states. So we calculate a lerp value between, so we have our left and right state. So you can imagine we're lerping from the left state to the right state based on our target time. So if lerp ends up being 0, we completely use the left state. If lerp ends up being 1, we completely use the right state. If it's anywhere in between the two of those, we interpolate between left and right. So somewhere in the middle, we will extract the state. And from there, it's just we call interpolate 2. Like that's here. I'll show a timeline event. So for the transform timeline event, for instance, so that is just a position and a rotation, implementing the iTimeline event. So all that this cares about is a position and a rotation, and we receive this interpolate 2 from that the timeline callback. So if we have a left and a right state and our target time is somewhere in the middle, this method will be called with the current lerp value that we're looking for. So some value between 0 and 1 will be lerp. And then it's this method's job to figure out where the position and rotation should actually be between those two states. So in this case, we get to use a really simple vector3 lerp, quaternion lerp, and then return a new state with the new values. That's the gist of it. Just logging time and smoothly interpolating between time based on a target time. This will be available publicly too. It's just not yet. I need to clean it up a bit. I want to work out some of the issues with going idle. It needs to be solved still. But it's working really well. It's working pretty well. Oh, and there's one more class to show, like history interpolate. So this is the interpolation class. It's pretty short, but you just call. I'll show you the implementation. Actually, this isn't all that necessary. How about item changer? So in item changer, we have. Oh, this one doesn't interpolate. What does? Owner sync position. Yeah, so owner sync position, we have a timeline and we have an interpolate. History timeline, history event timeline, and history event interpolate, both working upon the transform timeline event states. So to use it, go into timeline, create them. Timeline doesn't need any constructor callbacks. The interpolate, you pass in the timeline as the first parameter, and the callback that's supposed to happen when an interpolation occurs. So the implementation of this is just pretty much when an interpolation happens, you receive this apply event callback, and it's up to you to set the positions however you want and reevaluate maybe if you're grounded or falling, whatever else you need to do in your client code. It's a pretty nice system. I have a couple of bugs to work out with it around, like I said, the idle states, but it works. Just needs some pretty small changes here and there. And it's a generic solution that works on any data too, which is huge. So it works with interpolating positions on a player, or interpolating item equips, or item uses, or whatever. I don't know. Anything that you need to interpolate. I think I might need to take like a lunch break or something. I'm already feeling pretty burnt out today. It's only been a few hours. It's only been 2.5 hours I've been streaming. I can't do that. Let's just go. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. Wait, I need to know what that index was. What the hell? It's exactly what I thought it would be. From player controller. Network message. Connection. Player controller 0. Oh, my typing today is just not where it should be. Huh. That seems fine. Maybe just game object. No. Let's try that. Recon, thanks for the follow, man. Did I impress you with my net code? Alright, so we got some shit. They're all... What is going on? Oh my god, I see what the problem is. Holy shit. The implicit operators that Unity implements threw me off. This... or from controller game object? How about if it equals null? That would be sweet. I wonder what the weather's gonna be like today. Bad, not bad. Back, grab. You seem to know your stuff. I've been in the industry 20 plus years. This has been a passion of mine for a long time. I've been game programming since I was really little. So, I don't know. I think I have experience past what people normally would have at my age. 25, by the way, so. But I appreciate that, man. I've been working professionally with Unity since like 3.0. I've been using Unity since the week it released on Windows in 2.6. So I've got some experience with it, that's for sure. I would consider myself a generalist with focus on programming, so it gives me a wide variety of knowledge in the industry. I'm gonna go pee really quick, I'll be right back. Oh, nice. The Commodore 64. What a man. I started on Windows 98, I think. It was my first experience with programming. Well, my first experience with programming was past that, but I got into some web stuff back then. I did a little bit of Delphi, HTML, a little bit of JavaScript. Didn't really touch CSS. I don't know when the fuck that became a thing, but that was kind of my first taste of doing computer stuff. Just markup language, not really programming. But then I dove into the real stuff a little bit later. I actually checked out, I remember this vividly in the 5th grade. I checked out a C++ book from the library, and it reduced me to tears. I just couldn't get it. I was too young yet. I thought I was gonna be the big badass in my 5th grade class with the huge textbook coming into reading and thumbing through it and learning all the cool shit. And man, that went right over my head. I needed to go back a bit and learn some of the building blocks before diving into C++ in the 5th grade. But I'll always remember that. It was a sobering experience, that's for sure. I think I'm gonna shut the stream down for a couple of hours and get some lunch and relax a little bit, and then I'll bring it back up later. But man, I'm just so burnt out on chat right now. I can't really bring myself to do this. I need a break. So I'm gonna find somebody to host here, grab some food, and I'll be back on a bit later today. Ooh, Kernel's going. What else we got? Yeah, we're hosting Kernel. Hardly difficult. Senpai. I love Hardly Difficult. We're gonna host Hardly Difficult. Recon, I got into art side again, so love that as well. People say programmers can't do art. Moxilators, yeah, I can't do art, that's for sure. I have the technical ability, so I can reduce polygons, I can UV something, but you're not gonna see me creating anything from scratch, that's for goddamn sure. Anything that I made would look like garbage. Alright guys, I'll be back on probably, I'm gonna shoot for 2 p.m., so 2 hours, my time. 2 p.m. West Coast, Pacific Standard Time. Thanks for joining. I'll be back on a bit later. Oh. I don't have my dashboard open. Oh, I wonder if I can host from inside the Restream chat. Let's try that. Alright, take care guys.